Hey, hope you're having a great day so far. Today's January 24th, Sunday, and on this post I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, before diving into Stellar and Celo, XLM, and CGLDUSD, and see what exactly are going on in these markets. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on these markets according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do subscribe. If you guys are watching me on TradingView, do follow me, as I'll be keeping you updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you guys want to support me and don't already have a Weeb or brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 4 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100 and I will also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I'm purely sharing my own speculative opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you guys have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what exactly is going on in the markets first. Most importantly, I do take a look into Bitcoin dominance. Tells me what the money could be trending into, would it be Bitcoin, altcoins, or neither. Currently, on the weekly time frame is what I'm focusing on now, because price action has met that measure target of that head and shoulders pattern I have pointed out on the daily time frame. Measure target of that head and shoulders pattern breakout was about 63.5%. Currently, price action on Bitcoin dominance is about 63%, but it is at some pretty key support levels, including the weekly 50 moving average, weekly 21 MA, the daily 200, the orange line right here, 3-day 50 as well, and also the top trend line of this falling broadening wedge pattern I've been talking about before, when it actually has broken out on in November last year. Okay, that was when we did see quite a bit of a bull run for Bitcoin since then. Okay, right now it's retesting this upward trend line of the pattern it has actually just broken out about 2 months ago. Let's see what the price action actually does here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. Because if Bitcoin dominance trends back upwards, 2 main scenarios come to mind. Number one, if Bitcoin price action is going to actually take over, and that's going to run harder than the total altcoin market cap on average. Okay, that's scenario number one. Bitcoin price action is going to run harder than total altcoin market cap. Scenario number two, the market dumps and total altcoin market cap dumps harder than Bitcoin price action. Okay, so these are the 2 scenarios that come to my mind if Bitcoin dominance starts trending back upwards. Just think about it mathematically. If Bitcoin dominance continues trending downwards, that would be better for the altcoins, generally speaking. Bitcoin price action now. On the daily time frame is still what I'm focusing on, and it's where I'll be starting. On the weekly time frame, Bitcoin price action is still pretty boring here, which is good for the altcoins, generally speaking. Falling wedge pattern is still in one. 68% chance of it breaking upwards. Verify that stat on your own if it actually does break upwards by tomorrow. Measure target is still above 47K as far as I can read it. Measure targets are theoretical targets only. May actually be different in live price action. I will strategize accordingly, personally. Key support here. Now this support needs to hold the daily 50 MA, which is also the white line, and the bottom trend line of this falling wedge pattern for now. Okay, because if the daily 50 MA does not hold, next key support I'm looking at will be the 3-day 21 MA. Even though that the 3-day 21 MA closes about 20 minutes, it's still currently about 27K. If it actually does come up to about 28, maybe even 29, then it will still be about 10% drop for Bitcoin price action to come down to that next level of support. So that's still quite a bit of a drop. And whenever we do see drops in Bitcoin price action, very commonly that the altcoin price action would come down with it. The magnitude of that would depend on Bitcoin dominance, which does look like it's at a support level right now. Because if that actually does bounce at the support levels, this dump, if it actually happens, it could take the altcoins down more with it. So daily 50 MA needs to hold. Otherwise, I would expect more of a dump for the altcoins. Let's take a look into XLMUSD now. Let me get rid of some of these duplicate trend lines from duplicating my browser tabs here. So on the 6-hour time frame, which was what I said last time to be focusing on, because I did see a inverse head and shoulders pattern on the 6-hour time frame most notably. And I said if the 6-hour candles starts closing below 28 cents, I would need to reevaluate this pattern, because then it may no longer be an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Right now on the daily time frame, it does seem more like a symmetrical triangle pattern. I do have to discount these 2 wicks right here as one-off occasions. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing as a symmetrical triangle pattern. Symmetrical triangle patterns are continuation patterns. 60% chance of it breaking upwards. However, I do see more consolidation that could be happening if this pattern stays intact. Measure target from the apex of this pattern, which would assume an expected breakout date of February 21st, which is some time from now. Measure target here, it's going to be about 42 cents if this pattern stays intact. Measure targets may or may not be reached. It could also be overreached. Now, bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario. Price, actually do want to make one more point before pointing out the bullish and bearish case scenarios. Starting from the monthly time frame here. Okay, monthly candle closes in about 7 days. If it actually closes like this, that is bearish divergence on the monthly time frame. Something I'll be paying attention to, because bearish divergence could more often than not signal a pullback. There is already bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. It could be playing out right now. Whenever I do see bearish divergence on a specific time frame, my conservative estimate is that price action is going to meet the next closest moving average. Either if the price action holds up and consolidate within a range and wait for that moving average to come up, or it could drop significantly down to that moving average. Now, this depends on if the bulls are strong enough or not. The other scenario could also be that if the bulls are actually strong enough, price action could take off without it. That's scenario number one, if the bulls are strong enough. Or even if the bulls are not strong enough to take the price action off and keep it running, it could at least have it consolidate and not drop all the way to the next moving average. That's scenario number two, consolidation and wait for the moving average to come up here. Scenario number three, if the bulls are just not strong enough, price action drops all the way down to the next 21 MA right here on the weekly 21 MA right here. That's if the bulls are just not strong enough here. Okay, it could drop all the way down there. Now this is a better example on the 3-day time frame. Bearish divergence, price action is almost at the 3-day 21 MA. Consolidated for a while, waited for this 21 MA to actually come up here. Almost there, okay? So like I said, possible bearish divergence on the monthly time frame, keeping an eye out on that. Bearish divergence on the weekly time frame playing out right now, as well as the 3-day time frame. Now, bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario here, price action breaks above this upper trend line. Also have to keep in mind when it actually does break above this upper trend line, because the daily 21 MA is actually upward sloping. In maybe the next 2 or 3 days, it would actually be above this upward trend line. If it actually breaks out by then, when the daily 21 MA is actually above the pattern, that is a resistance I'll be paying attention to, because even then, if the price action looks like it's broken out of the symmetrical triangle pattern, it still has to deal with the daily 21 MA as the next resistance. So that's the bullish case scenario. Price action breaks out of this symmetrical triangle pattern. Depending on when, I'll be looking out for the daily 21 MA and see if that could be acting as overhead resistance after it breaks out of the symmetrical triangle pattern. And of course, if it's successful and does not get rejected by the daily 21 MA there, go towards its measured target, theoretical target. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks below this bottom trend line. The next level of key support I'll be looking at will be the 50 MA, which is the white line right here. In that case, at least from this snapshot, I would have to invalidate the symmetrical triangle pattern. If the daily 50 MA does not hold, then I'll be looking at the 3-day 21 MA as the next level of key support. Let's take a look into Celo, CGLDUSD, and see what exactly is going on in here. So it has had quite a bit of a run. It has actually went from about $1.50 from this falling wedge pattern, this more extensive falling wedge pattern, all the way from about $1.50 to about $4.30. Got rejected pretty hard, came all the way back down to about $1.75, got supported by the daily 21 MA, and then formed another falling wedge pattern. Measured target of that falling wedge pattern was about $2.90. Price action has just got way over that. It went all the way up to about $4 almost. And now let's see what exactly it could be doing. On the 4-hour 21, 4-hour time frame here, it seems like every time I do duplicate my tabs, the lines duplicate as well. So let me take these away. So right now, it actually does seem like it's forming another falling wedge pattern here. Falling wedge patterns are reversal patterns. 68% chance of it breaking upwards. Measure target here, it does look like it has actually broken out. It's about $3.65, which may or may not be reached. It could also be overreached. Immediate resistance here will be the 4-hour 21 MA. Hourly moving averages, 21 and 50 right here. 6-hour looks good. The 6-hour 21 MA is just right below, and there was bearish divergence on the 6-hour time frame. So it makes sense for the price action to actually touch this 6-hour 21 MA right here. There was also bearish divergence on the 12-hour time frame as well. So this, so something to be paying attention to. Like I said, the conservative estimate, at least based on my own experience, would actually wait for the 12-hour 21 MA to actually come up and push the price upwards from there. Or so that's one of the possible scenarios. Also on the daily. So this one's a tricky situation because even though it actually has looked like it has broken out of this falling wedge pattern, there's still quite a bit of bearish divergence on there. So I would be a little more cautious of that. Immediate resistance would be the 4-hour 21 MA, and then the next level of key resistance would be the fib level, the 0.5 fib level, at about $3.10. Finally, the next one, before it hits its measured target there, is about $3.50, another fib level. Now, bullish and bearish case scenarios. Bullish case scenario here, even so it actually looks like it has broken out of this falling wedge pattern, could go towards its measured target, but resistance here to actually get through includes the 4-hour 21 MA, that's the big one here, and then 2 other fib levels, okay, before it gets to its measured targets. That's the bullish case scenario. Okay, first of all, I want to see that the price action breaks above this 4-hour 21 MA, and then $3.10 would be the next key resistance. It's a fib level. Then $3.50, the next fib level. But that's the bullish case scenario. Bearish case scenario here, price action starts breaking this $2.75 fib level. Also starts breaking below the 6-hour 21 MA. Then the next level of key support I'll be looking at seems to be the 12-hour 21 MA here, about $2.45. That'll be the next key one I'll be taking a look into. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for these markets for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know agreements, disagreements, feedback. I'd love to hear them. Hope you manage your risk carefully. And if you would like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.